Hello, fellow human. Today is day 6 of the 30-day talk to camera challenge. That's 20% done in the bag. Well, as soon as this video is done anyway. The topic for today is to discuss my week. And in the description of the program that I was using, it said Rose, Bud, Thorn. I actually had to look up. I had a suspicion of what it meant. But really, it's talking about the high point of your week, a low point of your week, and then something you're looking forward to in the future. I would say, let's start with the high point of the week, the rose. This week will be 6 days of doing these videos, and for anybody who's been following along, you'll know that my day 4 was compromised. The audio was compromised. I had to re-record it yesterday, but still today is day 6. 6 out of 6, that's an accomplishment. Moreover, I've been tracking my steps on my daily walks, and I've been averaging over 8 miles a day, which is really good. It's what I'm looking for. During my Camino, when I go, I'm going to be doing somewhere between 12 and 18 miles a day. So being able to just walk 8 miles on a regular day with my backpack here is enough so that I think I'm giving myself a good chance at not being in too much pain for the first week. I certainly want to avoid any issues with my knees also. So that's a couple of roses, is 6 of these videos and 6 days in a row. I've been ramping up, of course, but this week has been an average of over 8 miles a day, which I think is really good. That's what I was shooting for. And I may end up eventually going to something like 10 miles a day or 12 miles a day if I can. It's just an awful lot of time, and so we'll see if that works out. My bud for the week, something that I'm looking forward to in the future, is kind of a continuation of this series. Already over these 5 past days and then today, I can see myself making progress in the way I'm addressing the camera, the way I'm talking, how I'm thinking about my thoughts and then articulating them. So I expect that growth will continue, and I'm really excited about that. And then my thorn of the week is, I don't know, it's not really a thorn. It's been a really great week overall. But if anything, my low point of the week was today when I had to go and pay for my hospital stay in Vigo, Spain. If you've been following along, you kind of heard a summary of the story, and maybe I'll tell it more thoroughly in a different video. But the short version is, I spent 5 days in a hospital in Spain. The goal was to avoid surgery, and we did. But it came at a cost. When I was admitted, there was a whole bunch of to-do about what kind of insurance I had. Of course, I'm not a Spanish national, nor an EU citizen, so I wasn't necessarily covered under the typical health plan provisions that they have. But I did have a pretty good policy through Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, which has some coverage for global medical emergencies. I mean, it is what it is. I had to be in the hospital, and I had to do what I did there, but it was uncertain whether I was going to be paying out of pocket for those services or whatever. So when I was finally discharged from the hospital, I asked to see if I owed them anything. I was just going to pay, clear up the books. Maybe that's just not how it works. But I did offer to do so. And they said, no, nothing. So when I came home and I was talking to people I knew about my trip there was always this silver lining that even though the trip wasn't what I expected to be, and it ended in a unsatisfactory fashion for me, the silver lining was that it didn't really cost me anything versus what it would have cost me if it had occurred here in the US. I shudder to think what I would have owed for a 5-day hospital stay plus IVs and antibiotics and CT scans and food and all the stuff that comes with it. So I kind of considered it a little bit of a blessing that happened when I was over there, even though it put a kibosh on the trip. Wow. I was surprised when I got a certified letter from the Galician Health Authority saying that I owed them some number of thousands of dollars. Still significantly less than what I expect it would have been here. But now I've got this whole process where I had to pay it today. Again, not so great, but it could have been worse. And then we'll see what sort of remedy occurs when I make a claim to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Are they going to cover it? Or are they not going to cover it? I'm not optimistic about it, but we'll see. So, in summary, that's my rose and bud and thorns for the week. It's been a really good week. I'm looking forward to continuing this series. I'm looking forward to, 7.5, 8, 10 miles a day, as long as the weather agrees with me. And that's it for today. I'm not sure what the content is going to be for next week, what the topics are of conversation for me to discuss, but I'm sure they'll continue to be interesting. As always, you're welcome to keep joining me if you'd like. After this is done, I'll probably make some content regarding my preparation for the Camino. So I'll have those in the bag ready to release on a scheduled basis while I'm in the early portions of my walk. And it has yet to be determined whether I'm going to be able to edit and post my Camino vlog while I'm still on trail, or if I'm just going to need to collect all the footage and maybe do a better job of it when I come home. Yet to be determined. So we'll see. Anyway, enjoy your day. I hope it's as nice as it is here. Ciao.